It finally came. Okay, so basically I've been looking for a cheap aosu V7 for weeks, if not months now. First I went to the orange shop where I usually get my cubes, and the prices were the cheapest ones that I could find were around 250k VND, which even though it's only about 10 US dollars is still way too expensive for me. VND shenanigans, you wouldn't get it. A few weeks later, I found out about the world of Facebook Marketplace. Basically, in Vietnam, there are quite a lot of people that sell old secondhand cubes for a really cheap price. In fact, I got this YJ V2 of a Facebook Marketplace. It turns really nice. I was gonna make a video about it, but I was way too lazy. Anyways, after weeks of browsing, I found this listing. A single track aosu V7 with modded corner stem magnets, and you get to choose the price as long as the seller agrees with the set price. I eventually locked on 125k VND, which is a mad bargain. Like, that's half the price of the aosu V7 on the orange app. Add on a $1 shipping fee. That means in total this aosu V7 costs $6. This aosu V7 costs $6 fucking bucks. That is crazy cheap. Though the seller was also quite interesting. A few hours after I transferred him the money, he said that he was a scammer, which apparently that was a joke, but that's really not that funny of a joke. A day later, he sent my parcel to the wrong fucking address that was like hundreds of kilometers away from my house. I have no idea how that managed to happen. The seller said that he just copy and pasted my address and that he has never seen anything like this happen before. But I kind of find it hard to believe that the seller just like didn't double check one of the most important information of a fucking delivery. But at last, my parcel has arrived, and now it is finally time for me to open and see what's inside. Considering everything that's happened the last few days, I wouldn't be surprised if this box has a fucking bomb inside. Okay, so far the cube looks legit. It definitely looks like an aosu V7, even without the logo. There are some scratches here and there, though to be honest I shouldn't really expect much from a second-hand cube. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there seems to be a black piece of plastic glued to the centers. I'm probably going to have to investigate that a little bit later. Okay, time for first turns. It definitely seems that there's nothing wrong with the cube, no loose magnets or anything at all. It performs really nice. Time to check the internals. It is the inside of the cube. There is no ball cord whatsoever in here. It seems like the reason the seller had to glue in these pieces of plastic is because these notches in the centers broke off, so they had to glue in new ones. So great part of commitment to the seller. Here are the corner stem magnets, which they definitely look like magnets to me. Apart from those, I really have nothing else to say about this cube, so now I'm going to go do some solves and then come back and deliver my final verdict. Hey guys, me in the future here. It's been about a week since I unboxed the cube, so I've been messing with the tensions and done a lot of solves with it. First thing about the cube, a few minutes after the recording, I noticed the tensions out of the box were inconsistent for some reason, especially the orange side, which was noticeably loose compared to the others. This also caused a side effect where whenever I turned the inner layer really fast, there's a small chance the hidden internal layer gets misaligned and the cube just turns into a locky mess, which this shouldn't be a problem since anything after the V-Cube 6. Now both of these problems can be fixed rather easily by just retensioning the cube, but it still kinda bothers me how these issues can happen in the first place, even though this cube was only a whole $60 US. The magnets on the inner layers also sounded like they were 2 turns away from falling out, which that could just be because the edges have a lot of space to wiggle around and the magnetic pull makes the edges snap really hard, if you get what I'm saying. Now for the actual performance of the cube, it's just the normal aosu V7 dead serious. It's what I'd imagine an ordinary aosu V7 would be, which I'm 100% certain it is. Now I haven't actually set the 4x4 up yet because I'm doing a bulk haul mod on it in a few days, and doing that on a freshly looped cube isn't the smartest idea. Therefore, the cube's performance isn't in its best potential. Even then, it's still really good. So good, in fact, I broke my PB single on this cube back to back, along with a sub 1 PBA05, which is just insane to me. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this cube. Make sure to smash that like button, destroy the subscribe button, obliterate the notification button, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.